What's up, Destiny? All right, so this is going to be for a YouTube video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them. We're watching the Gears Community Series Week 4 Finals, OpTic versus Denial. This is Map 2 Harbor. If you missed Map 1, make sure you go check it out. That is on my channel. It was Dam. We're just kind of giving our thoughts, commenting, not really critiquing too in depth. I don't want to give away any trade secrets. Let's talk about this though. Let's talk about what happens on this round, right? So they have 2 on winch. We get the kill up top, and you can see one of our players, Mental, is sneaking. I don't know why I'm pointing. He was sneaking to OE, right? You can see when he gets not marked, but like you can see his silhouette up there, running to their home, right? So that means that we're gonna have pressure on their home hill. You can see it starting to get decapped. Realistically, like the fact that both Alex and Praise died here was really bad. They should have just played distance and kept Fran trapped. But Gilbert rotated off and helped B, and that gave us a 3 cap in 36 seconds. Like a Mr. Krabs style 3 cap. So even though in an ideal situation, Alex wouldn't have died and Praise wouldn't have died, they would have just kept Fran trapped. Or even if Alex dies, Praise would have just kept Fran trapped and not tried to like force that shotgun fight. But it worked out because it was so quick that it just caught them off guard, I guess. Or it was very close. Fran almost got a touch on the hill. What's up, Mr. 4chan? Been a grip? I don't know what that means. If you mean it's been a while, then yeah, it has. It has. How are you doing, man? All right, so they put something up top, right? Oh no, they blocked doubles. They blocked doubles. They really hate Gilbert's Marxa, so it's pretty easy. You can expect them every round. If we win the first round of Harbor, they'll pretty much always block doubles. Gilbert's Marxa is just feared on this map, and they don't really have a good Marxa player on their team. Rushy's got, see right there how Billy and Alex played that is how I wish Rody and Alex would have played it the first round. Keeping him trapped until the backup's there, and then when he tries to do something, he's stuck. Billy hits Icy with a brick right there, and then the cross comes in. It's executed so well. This is a little bit questionable, kind of coming back like this, because if they had been hitting... Oh, Praise is on the hill. Okay, never mind. I didn't see Praise get up there. The fact that Praise got up there makes it less bad. Billy's ripping Alex right there. I don't know how that wasn't a chunk, but it's all good. Gilbert's there to save the day. Another quick round. Hey, look, an ant finally made its way to my can. Little bitch. Die, you little asshole. Fucking sugar ants, man. So this is when they put a drop shot up top, which is an interesting choice because a lot of teams like to put weapons, like heavy weapons, like drop and boom, in this middle kind of area right here. Like that's usually the location where you see drops and booms go down. You don't really see them. You don't really see them up top, just because that's like that. It's kind of like the bullfight on Dam. Or not the bullfight, the pit fight on Dam. It's a very smoke heavy, weird kind of fight. So a lot of teams really don't like it. Alex has gotten the quick pick somehow, which is like, that's one of those that can happen things. And it's almost like Rushy's pushed forward out of frustration, because a lot of times you'll see players push forward to try to kill the person who picked up the drop, or like whatever the power weapon is. Like they'll be right on their ass, right? So even if they're stunned, they're hunting them down. But the fact that Rushy's pushed so late was just almost like a suicide mission. And Sleepy, like, he should know that the drop's coming. That's like obvious basics. That leaves it open to an OE because there's only 2 people left. So as long as these guys play like it right, The fact that Rezik's missing these shots is so bad. He did buy them time though, and I don't know who has drop for us. Alex has drop, and he's wasting so many of them. Icy really thought he was going to be able to hold that shot and kill summons because he misrolled into the wall, and then he just gets chunked from behind by Gilbert. So this is one thing that, like, we suicided a lot of deaths there. Good news is we didn't suicide everybody, so we still have control of the map. We might lose B Hill, but we won't get 3-capped, especially in these early rounds where the spawns are so short. I'm not entirely sure how Brian and Praise get picked off here, because you realistically, like, if you're down in numbers, like, you should play your life. Your life's going to be more important than being annoying on a neutral hill. So you want to be kind of like rolling back and just giving up territory in order to preserve your life. But Rezik and Rushy's OE'd for some reason. I think they got those 2 kills and thought that they had a chance to OE, but it's only the 3rd round. So the respawns are only 16 seconds. And they're coming all the way from our hill. They died on our hill. What do you mean by holding shots? So a lot of players will, like, they'll see a player misroll and they'll like shoot in the middle, like while the player's in the middle of the roll, but holding your shot until they get to the end of their roll, like just the frame or 2 before they can actually like do something coming out of the roll, like sliding in the cover. That's holding a shot. Like, you're basically not shooting anxiously, you're shooting at a time where you know you can get a chunk. Billy right here is trying to be like a little, like a sneaky ninja to try to get a kill on Icy. And this double back right here, Rushy shouldn't have hopped through that window. That was a really bad play to hop through that window. If he hadn't hopped through that window, he wouldn't have died. Like right there. That's a good example of it, of holding your shot. Let's look at that again. This kill that Alex gets in middle. Right? So what happens right there is I'm gonna do it frame by frame. I think E is the next frame. So right here, Icy is rolling, and Alex, instead of shooting him because like, oh my god, a person, like, and shoot, he goes, okay, I'm gonna wait. Okay, that's gonna be the last spot where he can be because he's getting stuck on the cover. Now I'm gonna shoot him. Chunk. Because like he's almost like being held in position because that's where his roll's ending. There's nowhere else he can go, and there's nothing else he can do. So there's no like weird like lag glitch, nothing really that can happen right there. So like he held his shot until he got to the point where it's like, okay, that's my kill spot. It's something that a lot of players struggle with actually, and it happens not only with rolling. Rolling's kind of like an easy example. It happens, you know, with wall bouncing. It happens with strafing. It happens with a lot of like 1v1 fights where you wait and hold that shot until there's a moment where you know you can get that chunk. It like, yeah, basically you're pausing yourself until you can get like a more guaranteed chunk or like brick of a shot. So in this case, he's holding it until he sees the point at which the roll is going to be stopped. And you can tell, like, when a roll starts, you can kind of tell where it's going to end as you watch it. So a lot of players will wait until it gets to that spot, except in Gears 4 it's a little bit tricky because Gears 4 has that like frame or 2 right before you come out of your roll that you can actually reactivate sliding in the cover. So that's when you'll see players like misroll, but then like before they're even done tumbling, they're sliding into another wall. It's really annoying, and it's almost like a glitch. So in this game is a little bit more tricky, but it's still like it's a common technique, and it's kind of what you can tell sets apart players who have a good understanding of like shotgunning and distancing compared to players who don't. So it's well played by Alex there, holding his shot. And that wall bounce, that's just annoying. At this point we've already won the round, so Alex is just messing with Sleepy. Cleaner shot, good kill. Exactly. It's common to see people bounce a lot nowadays, which shows them a panic, and you could legit stand there and hit them till they misroll or get stuck. Yeah. It's hard to hit people who bounce, especially with air canceling. But it's still easy to hit. if you time your shot right. So it looked like Fran tried to go for a quick pick there, but was stunned. Then he missed a lot of shots on praise that he should have gotten. So that gives us a 3v2 up top, even though Gilbert dies. See, like right there, that's, I want to show that again. That was another example of him holding his shot. So watch this, watch this fight. So he gets hit, which is when like a lot of people would be like, oh, like I'm hurt. And instead of shooting right, like early, I wish I knew how to go backwards by frames. Oops, I went too far back. Whatever. Instead of shooting early, he held until he was in that like perfect range. I'm letting them bounce in my chainsaw. They never suspect it. I never realized Billy was laid out of spawn right here. So yeah, that last second stun stopped Fran from picking up the drop shot. But you can see it again right here. Actually, wrong part of the fight. So Sleepy misrolls, which this is when like he didn't hold a shot here, right? Because like it's hard, you can't predict when a misroll is gonna happen. So he didn't expect Sleepy to misroll. But then right here, like a lot of play, like he can shoot again right now. But instead of shooting again, he holds it until right there, and he gets the kill, and then Sleepy gets the update kill. It's astounding that Rushies didn't go down. He's at 2% health. Another thing that a lot of people don't realize is how fast you regen if you take cover. So right there, Rushies at 2% health, but like in a second and a half, I don't know what the exact time of it is, but it's super quick. He started regenning as soon as he got into cover. So that was a really good predictive drop by Alex. And then he like was trying to look for the next kill, but kind of baited out this. So they got the down on Sleepy. I don't think Sleepy realized that Gilbert was hiding there like close. And now Alex just has easy drops because they're bunching up on their hill to try to fight off our push. But it's such a small area that there's only so many places you can hide. And a lot of them are within damage range of each other if you're dropping a drop. So super clean closing to that round. You're eating chips? What kind of chips are they? They're adobadas. What does it taste like? Is it like barbecue-y or cheesy or salty or like spicy? Again, if you have any questions at all, feel free to ask them. Happy to try to answer them as we watch the rest of this. I really hope this music doesn't get copyright striked. It says no copyright music, so. So Billy is 1v2ing right now, by the way. There's a boom in the middle of the map, and Billy is 1v2ing. They tried to play for him. They did a good job of like sacrificing Fran so that Sleepy could get boom, but then Sleepy got down and died. And I don't know how because I can't see it from this angle. But it's Gilbert got a kill on him and has boom. And I think Gilbert picked up a kill with the boom as well. Maybe right here he does. No, that's a good job. They held the boom shot because they knew they could down that guy without using the boom. And then got the meat shield, which then basically blocks out a smoke grenade. And then that's the round. Is it possible to be a coach and a team player at the same time? No, I don't think so. A coach has to have respect from his team and has to be able to look at situations with like a neutral perspective. Like obviously coaches are invested and they have emotions, like, you know, like I want to see my team win. I'm upset when we lose. You know, I'm a human. But you have to be able to look at it from a neutral perspective and like not argue your sole viewpoint, but argue what can be, how do I word this? You don't want to argue like my personal opinion. I don't want to argue my personal opinion. I don't want to push my opinion on how the game should be played on my players. I want to facilitate the discussion with them so that everyone's opinions is taken into account on how that situation should be played. Because if everyone's opinions on how a situation should be played is taken into account, then it's everyone's going to be more on the same page, because it's been a team discussion. It's not been me lecturing you, hey, do it this way, and I'm forcing them to change their habits and their instincts. It's how do you guys think we should approach this? Is this the right way? I don't think that was the right way. Here's my opinion on it. Here's what I saw. Do you guys agree? What do you think? And it seemed to be more effective for me than other techniques I've used in the past, especially with like League, where you can definitely go by the numbers. Helps that I have really good players, like amazing players. It looks like they just kind of won the initial on this up top, which realistically they shouldn't, since we only have one person going to. Okay, hold on. I really want to look at this again. Look at this drop shot, right? It looks like it curves. Tell me if you see this. Democracy over dictatorship. Not even I mean, kind of democracy, but like definitely not a dictatorship. So yeah, like when you're a player, I guess to finish answering that question, when you're a player, you're gonna get invested in what your perspective or your point of view was on the situation, whether it be like how a fight went down or why you lost or why you won or whatever the case may be. And it's hard to step back and pause that ego and that perspective and have a more open mind. It's really difficult. That's why I think a coach is so integral with any team. If the guy hits first shot up on if the guy hits first shot on me up close, do I have a better chance on getting away and trying to hide, or do I have a better chance of staying and taking a shot on him? It depends on how hurt you are and what the distance is. It's something that you kind of have to get the feel for. If like the distance is relatively close, you might as well fight it and you're pretty hurt. If the distance is pretty far and you're kind of hurt and you have like cover nearby or something like that, that you can kind of put something between you and that person, then you can probably get away and at least get it to reset a little bit. Again, take into consideration how fast you regen damage if you're in cover. It's significant. It's like double or triple as fast as when you're standing out in the open. So being able to put yourself on cover, like say like you get hurt and you can like take cover on a wall and roadie run along that instead of just like roadie running alongside the cover, you're actually in the cover. That'll help you regen faster. So I don't know. It's a lot about like the distance and the damage and like your kind of location to really answer that as like you can't answer that as like a blanket statement. I've always asked my guys, because I have a team and we record our games and try to use better techniques, see what was right and what was wrong. That's good. That's really good practice. Gonna head home. Sounds good, man. Have a safe drive. So, all right, let's look at this drop, right? Because I noticed this when I was watching the stream. I swear to you, this drop shot curves. Like if I'm right in what I saw, I'm gonna draw it. The drop shot goes up, right, like that, and it reaches like It reaches like right here, and then it goes like that onto Gilbert. So I'm going to leave that on the screen, and we're going to watch this. Okay. Goes up. Hits that. Look! You can see the missile is turned. Look at that. Holy crap. Right there. Let me get this thing off screen. Right there. The missile is not going straight down. It's going this way. What? Rushy curved a drop shot. Rushy curved a drop somehow. Bro, I have never seen that in my life. What's up, Camsing? What's up, Cape? How is this even worth reviewing? It's always interesting to see like what happens, right? How do you do that? Is that something that happens with active? Like it heat seeks or whatever? Like, I've never heard of that. It curves if it's active. Really? So when you have an active, the drop curves if it's close to someone. I've never knew that. I knew the drop dropped faster. Was it? Yeah, that's a good question. Was that an active? All right, let's check to see if that was an active. Also, I really need to find out how to go back frame by frame. Yeah, he doesn't have an active right now. That is not an active drop shot. That is not an active drop shot. Bro, do you see that angle? Look at that. Excuse me. It's literally going at that angle. How? Wait, I have a line tool. Hold on. Oh, that's only in Pro. Okay. Bro, what? I would love to see, this is a moment where I wish Gears had like a replay system. Because if it did, where does this drop land? Okay, so the drop lands on the top stair. It kills Solars on the bottom stair. How do I... Is there a way to... Tools... How do I go back frames? I think it's F, right? Or maybe it's... Nope. W? Nope. Well, now I can't even... Oops. All right, well, I full screened it and then fucking couldn't get it to not full screen. I gotta reload the video. Give me 1 second. We're in here somewhere. Second half. Actually, that was first half. Yeah, this round right here. Let's go forward, forward. Yeah, right here. Okay. What's our backwards by a frame button? I think it's a bug in the coding. Must hit a certain angle. Do you think it's something to do with those stairs? I really need to know the controls. So only the E button is moving forward 1 frame at a time. There's no backwards by 1 frame. Unlucky. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so either way, I don't know how this happened. Because it looks like... Okay, so the drop clearly goes past the stairs. You can see it from this line, right? Because it lights up the stairs when it's moving. So he's holding it, still not inactive. Okay, so right here you can see the line, the light that it makes. You can tell where it's gonna land, right? So light, it's still on the stairs. Now it's going down 1 step, down probably 2 steps. And then bro, there's the frame that it changes angle. It goes from being straight up and down to changing angle. That's so weird. Look, vertical, and I'm going frame by frame, by the way, frame by frame. Vertical, angle, literally just angle, and it's not only angled like it's not angled like just on the X axis. It angled like on the Z axis too. So like for those of you who like know 3-dimensional spacing, you've basically got like you've got like your X axis, your Y axis, and then the Z axis, which is, I can't really show it 3-dimensionally, but it's like the front to back axis. So like this being front, this being back, this axis is left, this axis is, you know, left to right, and then up and down. So this shit like moved its like direction on the X and the Z axis like back towards Gilbert, and then somehow still killed Brian, even though it wasn't a drop. And he's, is that either 87 or 97%? What's up, Moons? Moons, you pay attention to this game a lot. Have you ever seen a drop shot curve? a non-active drop shot on that note? I've never seen that before. Yeah, it's like curving back towards Rushy and Gilbert. I wonder if where it impacts. Yeah, so it went down 2 stairs and then came back far enough to you can see it right there. It's impacting on the top of the stairs. So we could see the light showing it going down at least 2 or 3 steps, and then it angled backwards and to the left on that. And then non-active killed Solars, which it looks like he might be on the 3rd step. Go on a private match, try it with your team. I might have to. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I can watch another drop that he shoots. All right, right here he shoots a drop. So this one's inactive because you can see the bullets faded out since I'm going frame by frame. All right, shoots it. It's going straight. Straight. Drop straight down. Yeah, that one was active and it dropped straight down. Does he shoot any more? No, he doesn't. Maybe that one wasn't active. Either way, it doesn't matter. He didn't have an active on the one on their home hill. Oh, he shot another drop, but we missed it. Damn, he shot a drop and got a headshot. Okay, here we go. Straight. Holy shit. I did that too fast. Okay, straight. That one's angling too. Look, you can see it. It's kind of hard to see, but the drop shot is right here. It's going at an angle. That's too steep. It's going at a very slight angle. Hitmonz, thank you for the follow, man. So it must be based on like a proximity kind of thing, like almost like an auto aim. Huh. Interesting. I've never seen that before. I've literally never seen that before, and I've watched a lot of footage, both regular speed and slow motion. But this one, I don't know. See, like that seems super tall too. Like super high above his head. But it looks like it comes straight down. Like the explosion, look where the explosion is too. So the drop was, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back, draw the angle, and then show where the explosion was. I'm gonna do my best to draw this straight. All right. Gear Fear, thank you for the follow. And Gears for Illy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream, guys. Okay. So the drop peaked right here. The drop is going, you can see the drop going, the missile of the drop. Oh, that might be the boom shot explosion. Oh, okay. That would make more sense. That's the boom shot explosion that I'm seeing and like losing my mind about. But I'm sorry. I'm a nerd about this kind of stuff, so it fascinates me. All right, so that circle is going to be where the drop lands, or the drop peaks. Or close to it. Watch. So it's at an angle right now. I really wish I had premium so I could use the line tool. All right, so it's basically following along the inside of that line, right? Actually, I can delete the... Okay, basically following along the inside of that line. Mindhunt, thank you for the follow. Look, the curve changed right there. The curve changed again. How much is Pro on this Epic pen? Somebody needs to donate me $20 so I can buy Epic Pen Pro and draw straight lines. Oops. It's now dropping straight down. Yeah, it's still following this line now. I don't think that's a bug. I think it traces people. Because that's a steep ass angle change that the drop was, like the trajectory of the drop was following. I really made like an anarchy symbol without trying. That's a pretty big, I mean, like that's a difference between, like if you had a guy standing like, I'll draw it in blue. You had a guy standing like here and a guy standing like here. This drop wouldn't kill probably either of, or like this drop would kill one of them. This drop would hurt both or maybe kill both. That's actually like a pretty big deal. You know what I mean? Like, I really wonder how that works. Huh. And the fact that we saw it back to back in this round, that means there's like a consistency to it. That one is nutty to me, bro. When you watch that one at full speed, just look at that. Look how stupid that looks. Like, that actually looks like a heat-seeking missile or something. Like, that's such a crazy steep angle. How hurt is Solar? 87? Literally looked like a magnet. That is nuts. Actually nuts. So Rushies has a heat-seeking drop shot, apparently. Not until watching this, I always thought it was straight for. So did I. Doom, it didn't move backwards. It didn't move backwards. Watch it closely. It's coming. So like if you look, I'm gonna let it play. So when I rewind, it's. Watch. So the drop shot emits a light that shows like almost like a hammer of dawn. So that light is where it's gonna land, right? So we can watch this spot on the ground, this light spot, and see where the drop's gonna land. So it's at the top, like just before this little ridge. Now it's on that ridge. Now it's presumably down one step. I'm moving forward 2 frames at a time, by the way. Now it's presumably down another step, just based on like the distance we can see between each 2 frames. So it's probably like on the 2nd or 3rd step down these stairs right now. And Gilbert is maybe on the 2nd step, 3rd step. So he's not underneath it. He's like slightly closer to us than the drop is. And then on this frame, it starts moving, but it locks on to him. And then if you watch where it comes, it hits right here on the top step. So it goes down 3 steps, and then locks on to him and drops back towards us, following him at an angle. That's what I was saying. Like it moved on the X axis and then the Z axis. Oh my God, axis. The X axis and the Z axis towards us to lock onto him. Never seen that before in my life. I've been watching this game for 2.5 years. Not quite. How long? October 2016, 2 years, October 2018. So two and a third years. Moving backwards. I mean like moving. Yeah, moving backwards. I guess I pictured you saying moving backwards, like moved like away from us. You're right. You're right. Moving backwards towards us and moving back to the way it came. I misinterpreted the word backwards. That's my fault. That's nuts. It's crazy too, because like if I noticed that when I watched it, and I was like, that was a weird drop, but it was so fast, and I didn't think anything. We were losing the round anyways. I didn't think anything of it, but watching it now and watching that it happen twice, that's really weird. This is such a chaotic fight. They lost the 2v3, by the way. Happens to you all the time? I've literally never seen it happen. This puts Rezik in a really bad spot, by the way. Gets downed out. That fight was so chaotic, too. The guy started playing with him here. Showtime, thank you for the follow. This is really good. So right here, you can see Praise like playing really back. A lot of players move forward in shotgun fights, but because he knows he had him hurt and he had backup looking to cross him, he played back. That's one thing that you can tell like good players will do is like if they get that first brick of a shot, they'll start playing backwards instead of forwards, and it really helps you secure a 1v1 fight. Like it doesn't look as flashy, but it puts the other player in more of a desperation position. I was talking, so we missed. It looks like, so I went too far back. So right here, Icy gets chunked because Gilbert's hiding. That's a sneaky, annoying ass play. By the way, guys, this is going on YouTube, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. That's why I have chat popping up on the screen. That was a dirty double two-piece. Whoever was in chat earlier asking about holding your shot, there's another good example of it. Gilbert right here. So in this fight, right, he's able to shoot again, like probably right about now. But he sees Rezik misrolling. So rather than taking that shot and like trying to get him as he's rolling past him, he waits and holds it until he can like get him right. I'm gonna chalk this one up to like latency. Holy, I paused this on the stupidest frame. All right, so Gilbert shot the ground but got the kill. No, honestly, this probably has to do with like online latency. This is just Waldo's spectator point of view not being on the same like spot that or not rendering characters on the same spot that they are on the server. I don't know how to eat my papitas. Thank you for the follow. And I'm a cow moo. Thank you for the follow. The crazy thing is this was their host. But either way, what I was saying is that he did a good job of holding his shot there until he like kind of calculated where the roll was going to get this kid stuck. And that's like right there. You mean mesh and hitbox lag? Sure. But either way, like that's a good job of like holding your shot. It's a good example of it. He didn't shoot when his shot was immediately available. He shot it when it was a chunk, or when it was hitting the floor close enough to the person to be a chunk. Oh man. Yeah, right here. This is disrespect. Like straight up. Hispifores, thank you for the follow. This is just disrespect. This is them like trying to flex on them. There's no strategic advantageous advantage about any of this. This is just like, hey, my e-penis is bigger than yours, and yeah. So at this point, 6-1, you would expect Denial to like do something to kind of mix up the fight. So like first half when they had Boom and they had Drop Shot on the map, doing something like that. The Drop Shot fight really wasn't working for them, so you would think they wouldn't put that down. Maybe just switch it to like Boom mid or I don't know. You need to do something different, right? I think, what is it, the definition of insanity or the definition of stupidity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I don't remember which. So, but they put a drop down, so maybe they're confident in winning this fight, or maybe they figured out like what they were doing to misplay the fight. Pretty much mirroring strats. One person winch, one person playing the stairs, one person straight up top, one person going like kind of later up top. So right here, this is kind of what Rushy's tried to do earlier, but didn't do well. Like he suicided it. We don't get a good point of view on it, but you can see it in the like little chat log thing. You'll see Fran gets the quick pick on drop right there, but you can kind of see the silhouette of Billy like waiting for that shit. And then he just immediately gets a chunk. So, like that's, you know, that's a good job of just dodging stuns and being there for that quick pick, like anticipating it. That's kind of the problem with this fight is like everyone goes for that. Right here, this is beautiful. I don't know who exactly it is. It looks like it might be Gilbert and Summons. But two people turn right here and down this guy, which is really good. Especially when there's only 2 people like on the map that are relevant. Fran, you can't count because he's coming off spawn. And then a little good predictive drop. At this point, I don't know what Sleepy was doing. Sleepy put himself in a really bad spot. Like if you watch, we get an angle on it right here. Like, or maybe it's Rezik. No, Rezik dies right there. And then there's Sleepy, and he's coming off spawn. He's full health, but then rather than going like anywhere forward to help this, like running along this wall is something that a lot of teams do. He bounces back and forth in this until he's 72% health, and then rolls back towards Fran and back towards the direction that our drop shot is. So like our drop shot is positioned basically behind the camera right now, and he's taking himself in the direction of the risk, of the higher risk, I guess I could say. So it's kind of like, I don't know, and maybe it's just because it's 6-1 and whatever, but he rolled into the drop, so he's dead. And then Fran is dead. And then that's all she wrote. So yeah, pretty clean. What's up, Jams? A pretty clean 7-1 on Harbor. Any last second questions? If you guys have any, please put them in the chat. I'll try to answer them.